Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Have At It, episode 15, an early edition of Have At It. My name is Ben Cornett. We're on about 30 minutes early tonight. We may go 30 minutes earlier the rest of the way. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, tonight we got plenty to talk about here. A lot of stuff going on in the NFL. We'll also talk a little March Madness as well here on Have At It. But let's kick it off here with some of the NFL news that's going on. As you know, it's been a lot of news this week. It's been a lot of news ever since, free agency has hit. We've gone through it, on past episodes with a lot of the signings, a lot of the trades, new head coaches. But as far as we got right now this week with the NFL news, Zeke Elliott has, it's been reported has his eyes on three teams right now that he would like to play for. Obviously, the Eagles is one of those teams, the Jets, and the Bengals. Now, the Bengals have come out and said, I think today, that they're not really interested in Zeke, but who knows? That could change. It could be money, it could be other things going on right now, but Zeke Elliott says that's the three teams he's kind of, targeting right now to want to play for. And obviously those three teams, Eagles, well, at least the Eagles and Bengals are, playoff contenders and possible Super Bowl contenders. So with that being said, let's see what my co-host has to say on here. Let's bring him in from NFL Edition every Thursday nights. Here he is, Mr. Johnny Dean.
How you doing, sir? How you doing? And neither of those teams need a running back. Just clarifying that right away. And Zeke's okay, short yardage, short gains at like the goal line. I mean, that was what he was used for mostly last year in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have that burst he used to have anymore for open field running. He's just not that guy no more. So if he thinks he's going to a specialty team like a Super Bowl contender, like some of these wide receivers do, I don't think they're going to be looking at him like that, man.
Well, no, I think they're looking at him as a guy that can come in as a reserve. He can come in on a second or third down situation, short yardage.
Well, I'm talking with like Eagles. They've got a list of running backs on their roster.
Oh, yeah, they do.
And then he's not going to get a team anyway until the draft, basically, because one of these teams might get lucky with Bijan Robinson or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, Jair kid.
Yeah, and I don't think teams are going to rush to sign. Like I said earlier, the Bengals so far have said they're shown no interest in bringing him in. Now,
whether going to more like a mid-range team, somebody who's just needs to improve their running game a little bit, the short yardage game.
Who do you think that team would be, though, Johnny?
There's a bunch of mid-range teams, man. That was 25% of the teams in the NFL are like in the hunt, only missing a couple of pieces. You could take the Bucs and say we only need a quarterback and a good running game, right?
That's fair to say. Yeah, that's fair to say. Yeah. Maybe
Atlanta. Although Atlanta, I don't know. I think they need a few more pieces than that. But Panthers definitely might need a running back.
What about in Chicago? I mean, yeah, they're a young team, but they're building, and they could use a veteran, running back to come in for a year. And
they kind of gave that away when they gave away Montgomery. I mean, he was more serviceable than Zeke. His yardage hadn't fallen off that far as like Zeke's has.
Right, but I mean, since they got rid of Montgomery, try to fill that void, perhaps.
Well, they did fill that void, though. I mean, they picked up.
They did, but I mean, you could add another guy. Like I said, Zeke's not going to be your number one guy, but he could certainly, on second and third down, about
he would have to settle for a number 3 spot on the team, and that would be totally up to him, man. That's, I mean, he's like, I still think he thinks more of himself than the rest of the league does. Kind of like the Lamar Jackson situation, you know what I mean?
Oh, we'll get to that. Yeah, we're going to get to that. With Zeke, I Somebody's going to get him though, Johnny. I think some team will. Not now, maybe not this week or next week. Or
I'm not saying nobody's going to get him. So what I'm saying is it's not going to be the people that the 3 teams that he handpicked. It's not going to happen like that, man. He's not. All 3 of those teams are good with running back, and they got a good draft coming up. So, especially Eagles, they got two first-round picks coming in this draft. So
that's not fair.
It just ain't. Not after last year, man. Come on, man. Wouldn't you love to see the Bucs make a serious blockbuster move and get picks like that for the next year's draft or in the next couple of years draft? We've never done it, dude. We've never done it. We've never went out of the way to get a quarterback. We've never went and made big splash moves in the draft. Never. I mean, it's kind of time, man. We just had Brady. So how do you follow up Brady? Make a big splash play in the draft, right?
Right. Yeah. But I mean, we did have that number 1 pick in 2015. We went with Jameis.
Obviously, well, yeah, but we earned that. We didn't trade for it. We got that.
But I mean,
it was on our
that
own.
number 1 pick, you could have, think about what you could have gotten with that. And you mentioned
I'm not looking for the number 1 pick. I'm looking for multiple first-round picks. I want that big splash Dallas play. You know what I mean? Like Jimmy Johnson did, and
you want the
Eagles did.
Yeah, right. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
multiply your chances to hit, man. That's what you got to do.
Oh, did you just use a baseball term?
Multiply? No, that's a mathematical term, dude.
No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I tried. So anyway, yeah, I mean, well, for the Bucs, that's kind of a tough situation because they're still in that kind of think they can win it all now. Still, even though I don't think they will. But
I don't think they're really looking at it like that. I think maybe Todd Bowles is like wishing, but I don't think the team is looking at their team and going, "Oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl." Not with the Eagles and all the AFC teams out there that are loaded up and stuff. And I don't think anybody's looking at their team honestly, being honest with themselves and saying, "Oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl right now." Even the Super Bowl contenders can't be looking at it like that, like it's a sure thing, because look at the other teams,
But no, I mean, you do have to have that mindset. If you're a team at that level, of course you're going to think, hey, this year's our year. We're going to try our best to.
Well, I think that's a fan perspective more than it is an ownership or a coach perspective. Deep inside, they have to be honest with themselves and evaluate their team, right?
Oh, yeah,
if
absolutely.
they can't evaluate their team, then they don't need to be in the league.
Right. But they're not going to say in public, oh, no.
No, they're not going to say it in public, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning toward. But, yeah, so anyway, with Zeke, we'll see what happens. There's a lot of time, the draft, everything. Teams are going to evaluate their rosters, and see where they go. And then, look around the summertime. See, Zeke might land on somebody. Yeah. Some other NFL news, obviously. We heard this week that there may have been a leak in Carolina that supposedly on Twitter there was Josh McCown was at CJ Stroud's pro day, I should say. And McCown is the quarterbacks coach for the Carolina Panthers. He said something to the effect like, some basketball term they were using, like, when you're here in Carolina, So, now that could mean a lot of things. We shouldn't take that for.
Don't be using a basketball term referring to Carolina to your football team, because Carolina didn't do that well this year, did they?
Yeah. Shout out to Sean Spencer. Yeah, no. Yeah. Here's the thing. I
won't mess with Alec.
Quack quack.
Don't do the quack quack, Sean.
By the way, Mr. Schomburg said he was going to join us, but I guess Twitch got the best of him. No. So anyway, with
his Twitch.
No, this is his
I know what it is, dude. I know what it is.
No, but anyway, so McCown sort of leaked it out. But I mean, again, let's not. Oh, speaking of, guess who? There he is.
He's not twitching. Look at him.
Look at him.
I got what?
You didn't hear Ben's last comment, huh?
Correct.
No.
Welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight, man?
Well, I thought she was doing this at 11, so that's why I waited. I know you're starting early today.
I posted the time today. We had earlier.
I don't have Facebook. Remember? I deactivated it, so all I have is Messenger. I got rid of it completely.
You didn't see the Facebook story? You didn't see my Instagram story?
I did not even know
I'll
that.
have you on Instagram. I only had Facebook. I deactivated it. I got rid of it completely. Only thing I asked to keep was my Messenger. That was it.
So no Twitter?
Twitter, I don't have him on Twitter.
Wow.
Like I have like none of these socials I have, honestly. Because Instagram I barely use. Twitter, what?
Everybody, here's my social media handles right there. I include you, Alex Schomburg. Follow those, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't.
So we're talking about Zeke Elliott. Where do you think he's going to land, Mr. Schomburg? What team do you? He said the Eagles, Jets, and Bengals are his preferred destinations, but
now add to that what everybody's suggesting that he's going to do is be a Buccaneer. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I know.
Everywhere, man.
Do you know what he's going to do? He's going to pull DeMarco Murray and go to the Eagles.
I don't see the Eagles at all.
But then again, DeMarco Murray became a fucking bust and a bum after he went to the Eagles. So, I mean, it's here nor there. That was the biggest waste of a player. That shit was like he had a high ceiling and then went to the Eagles and just plummeted.
We got a comment from Ryan Flowers. He says, "What's up, Ben? Ryan, how you doing tonight, man? Thank you for tuning in." He's got his own YouTube, Clutch Sports Show. Check that out. It's on YouTube. I hope that's the right one, right? Ryan, Clutch Sports Talk. Yeah,
send me the link. I'll check it out.
Yeah, Ryan's a great guy, really knowledgeable, knows his football, knows his sports. Cowboys fan, knows his stuff, man. I'm sure he's got an opinion on where Zeke might go. So we're just when you came on, Alex,
out, even though he's a Cowboys fan.
I appreciate that, man. Brian appreciates that as well. So, Alec, we're talking about CJ Stroud. You know, he had a pro day. Josh McCown's the quarterback coach for Carolina. He may have leaked out that perhaps they may be drafting CJ number 1 overall. Do you see him being the number 1 draft pick, or do you think it could be Bryce Young, could be Will Levis?
I think it's misdirection, but CJ Stroud would be a great pick for him.
You said Carolina getting him?
I'm sorry, what?
You said Carolina getting him?
Well, they have the number 1 pick, and they were at his pro day. Carolina coaching
him going number 1, yeah, but I do still see Carolina trading that pick back for more. I mean, it all depends on what the value they get for that. Like, what if it's really? It all depends on if they really want to go with the rookie, or if they see better offers out there on the table. But logically speaking, I do see Stroud going number 1 because the only from what I've been hearing, the only knocks they've been giving Bryce Young for was his height. But I'm not sure that's really a defect, like a thing to knock him down for, because Kyler Murray probably the same height as him, and
that's exactly why you knock him down.
well, I mean, that's fair. At the same time, we've seen Kyler. He's been on and off his entire career, so so far,
I mean, it's more so effective. Is it really Kyler Murray, or is it his O-line? But I feel like it's Kyler's height that kind of sets him back. But
with height, you have to run a different offensive line. You have to run a different offensive line scheme. You have to be able to make sure you have those gaps, because that's how, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, they all use those gaps to see downfield, because they can't look over their linemen. Right. Like most quarterbacks can see over their linemen, right? The shorter guys can't. So they have to move over. That's why they're always sliding, because they're trying to see between the gaps where their receivers are at.
Right, and usually the smaller quarterbacks, the faster they are as well. So you're going to have to keep up. The offensive linemen have to have that kind of speed to keep up with the defenders that are going after faster quarterbacks. So it does make it tough on line.
The easy way to deal with a running quarterback like that is just to hold your lanes. You don't put the heavy pass rush on that. What you want to do is you get the pass rush in the center to flush them out to the guys who are holding the edges.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But also with the running quarterback, they're gonna do a lot of running
Right.
here, running there. Also, you get those penalties with linemen being down the field more. So,
Absolutely,
because they're following their quarterback. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Bryce Young goes. I mean, obviously, yeah, his height's an issue. But again, Drew Brees was small. Doug Flutie was small. Kyler Murray was small. I mean, it doesn't necessarily hinder you. It doesn't say you're not going to have a good NFL career. But
have you watched any of the pro days?
I've seen some clips. Yeah, I mean, I like Stroud. I think he's probably the most talented quarterback in the draft. I would say.
I'd agree with you there. Yeah.
Will Levis may have the
Will
best
Levis.
overall.
I think Will Levis is going to need work, but the thing is, Frank Wright was coaching him up at his pro day today.
Yeah.
His whole pro day, Frank Wright was right there with him, coaching him. And that kind of like, is he really looking to now? If they trade back, that makes sense, right?
It could, yeah. Because would you draft Levis at number 1 though? I mean, it's
well,
interesting.
If he's traded back and Levis is the quarterback that's there, because Stroud and Young are probably going to be gone before Levis is, right?
Yeah.
If they trade back, then yeah, I could see Levis being the top quarterback at the time.
Well, but who would Carolina trade with though? That's another interesting. Would it be maybe the Raiders?
That spot, man, there's no telling. You can throw dice and just guess,
No, I mean the Raiders did sign Jimmy Garoppolo, but his injury history tells you, you may need to go and get drafted.
Who is their backup quarterback in Vegas?
Right now they got I believe Jared Strahan's the other guy. But I think that's
and it. We're not done with the Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers debacle either, or Matthew Stafford. I guess he's still out there on the block, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Although I think he's going to sign back with the Rams.
Yeah. Will Tick Holloway, thanks for tuning in, man. What's up, Ben? What's up, Will? Thanks for tuning in. How you doing tonight? Why don't we do it? Why don't we talk about Mr. Lamar Jackson then, Johnny, since we brought him up.
I'm now officially his agent.
Are you? Oh wow! Hey, you make it a lot further with this than his mom and people around him. I mean,
come on, dude. They gets a Florida man con artist to try to be his agent, and then the NFL shuts him down immediately. It's like,
right.
Don't talk to this guy.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, I think Lamar's really shooting himself in the foot here. I mean,
he's showing his immaturity really bad right now.
That too, yes. I mean, first of all, on that title, I don't think he's not going to get guaranteed, all of it guaranteed. And secondly, I don't think he should either. I mean, this is really bad because Deshaun Watson, I'm sorry, I don't even blame him. I blame Haslam for this mess, setting that ceiling now.
Yeah.
So now we're more quarterbacks.
And not just that, Lamar's got to self-evaluate a little bit better, dude, because he's not going to go to one of these air teams. Nobody is picking Lamar Jackson to be a thrower. So
yeah,
that eliminates 9/10 of the AFC, right?
Mm-hmm. So we're looking at the NFC where it's wide open, and
and that he might have a chance somewhere in the NFC, but everybody in the NFC is loading up the air game too. Look at the receivers. The Bucs, the whole NFC South has good receivers. They're not going to cancel their good receivers just to go get Lamar Jackson, right?
Well, you got Chris Olave in New Orleans. They had DJ Moore in Carolina. They traded him, but they got DJ Shark today from Detroit, so that's a solid receiver. Little surprised Detroit didn't try to re-sign him, but
I think it's the money. It came down to the money. Although Detroit's got a lot of money right now.
And they do, yeah. So
they might be saving that to make bigger moves.
Oh, no, that could be. That could very well be. And Alec, I mean, should Lamar get all his money guaranteed, or should he just say, you know what, I need to take the best offer available at this point? Because
you know where that's going to be, right back at home.
Yeah. What do you think, Alec?
I mean, I feel like you just go with what's given to you at this point, because if they ain't budging,
Dude, the deal the Ravens offered him that he turned down was so friggin' sweet. He shot himself in the foot right there.
It was guaranteed.
Nobody's going to match that offer, dude.
$200 million was guaranteed to him, and he
guaranteed
said no.
money.
He said no
because he wanted one more year on the contract. He thought he could hold out and get one more year, and the Ravens are like, "We've been down this road before."
Like, no, this is take it or leave it, and he just said no. I'll leave it. You know, I mean, it's like you said, Johnny. He's immature. You know, it's showing. It's not a good look for. It's not like he's Patrick Mahomes here. He's only won one playoff game in his entire career,
and he's seriously losing the fans too.
Yeah, that too.
Every time he opens his mouth, he loses another fan.
Hell, Joe Burrow has won more playoff games, and he's had less time in the NFL than Mr. Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson's been in the playoffs every year he's been there, but has lost every game except for one.
Yeah, so, that was in Tennessee a couple years ago, but that's it. He hasn't done anything. So he just does not. Really, nobody deserves guaranteed money. No quarterback does. I mean, you could say maybe Brady or not this Brady, this former Brady, but years past, or maybe a Mahomes. But anybody else, no. I mean, they don't have the track record.
Mahomes don't even have the guaranteed money that Deshaun Watson's got, man. Come on. That's crazy, dude.
But he's getting $500 million, in his contract, which is just starting. So, and he's got 2 rings. He's been to 3 Super Bowls. So, if anybody can talk and warrant a contract similar,
that was a good contract, by the way, because he had to earn that money. He had to earn that $500 million. So, it's working because he's earning it.
Right. Now we're going to see what happens with Bieniemy gone, and Andy Reid's going to take over the play calling, which in reality, he might have been really the offensive coordinator anyway. And Bieniemy,
if Washington comes out as the best offensive team in the NFC East or whatever West, what are they? NFC East, right?
East.
If they win the NFC East and are an offensive juggernaut, Bieniemy's immediately going to take over the head coaching job right there.
Oh yeah, I still think Ron Rivera's days are numbered regardless because
I think Bieniemy actually was a slide in to take over that job anyway, but
he's the coach in waiting. He's the head coach in waiting. He's just going to be there a year, and then after that, Rivera probably goes bye-bye. Well, depending on what happens. If they have a bad year, then Rivera's definitely going to be gone. So we'll see what happens, man. Speaking of Tom Brady, I mentioned him earlier. He is now part owner of my Las Vegas Aces out here, WNBA.
I knew he was going to bring that up eventually. I knew. As soon as I saw that video, man, I was like, Ben's going to have this on a show.
Come on, why not? I mean, it's just right. It just feels right, bumping elbows with Mark Davis, Raiders owner, who has controlling interest of the team as well. So I thought it was nice. Brady, he's going to be all over the place. Why play football when you have all your other
been
fingers?
Bumping elbows with these people since his, fifth year playing. He's been bumping elbows with these guys forever, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's got his own business. He's got everything. He's a true entrepreneur. And the other news
buy
today,
a football team eventually. You know that.
Think Tom will? You think he does it?
Yeah. It might be XFL or USFL team or something like that, but he's eventually going to buy a football team.
Yeah. Well, speaking of XFL, it's been an interesting year. Obviously, the ratings keep plummeting.
Is that a good segue or what, man?
I guess. Yeah. Why not? I don't know. Do you think the games are still? I mean, they're still pretty good, but
I ain't gonna lie to you. I've only watched one full game.
Okay.
And I used to be the spring league champion, man. Let's go spring league! Yay! Right. It's too early in the season, man. I still have an NFL hangover, man. I'll be ready for football when USFL comes out.
That's what I was going to say.
And stuff. That's when I get fired up for football again.
And the USFL is doing such a good job marketing this. Like the second season, it just feels more important right now, doesn't it? Than the XFL. I mean, it's a good concept and everything. But like you said, football fatigue, I think, is kicked in with a lot of the fans, because you just come off the NFL, which is a long season. in itself. But now with the USFL again, and also they're good at promoting. It's on Fox. It's going to be on NBC as well. These are two major networks. So
Right.
it just feels bigger, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, they did
watched
right with broadcasting.
Yeah. Have you watched any XFL games, Alec? Any time to watch them? Or
I mean, I watched one XFL game, but that's about it. I don't know. It's
just
something that's not interested in me. I have no interest in it, honestly.
The product on the field is good. I'm not going to complain about that. It's good product.
Yeah.
It's the fatigue. I can't sit there and watch a full game. I just can't.
No,
I got other things to watch. You know what I mean? This is the time of the year when I catch up on all the shows that I don't usually watch,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just bunched into that slot where it's like there's just so much more to do right now. Like I got to catch up on Netflix and Peacock and Hulu, so yeah, speaking of
IndyCar to worry about too,
Yeah. Well, let's talk about your favorite guy, Mr. Johnny Dean.
No,
you messaged.
I hate that guy.
You messaged.
Wait a minute, you got to get Nicholas on here to talk about him.
Oh yeah, I should get him on here. Nick Rosario, if you're out there listening, you're watching.
I'll send him the link, man.
Yeah, send it to him, man.
That was an excellent rant of his last night, by the way.
Epic? Dude, I just love poking that bear,
No doubt, that was a good one.
Yeah. Okay, so you messaged me. You messaged me, Johnny, about how apparently the talks have drowned pretty much because they could have had this signed in the new year, the new league year. What's going on with it? I mean, can we just get this over with? I mean, I guess Johnny's.
I have no idea, man.
He's sending the link there for a minute.
Yeah.
Take a swig of water and Alec. You said you went to the movies today. You said you went to the movies today. You went to the movies, right? No, you didn't go? Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't feeling well.
Oh yeah, you said you were gonna watch what was it? Ant-Man? Quantumania?
I'm just gonna
I gotta see it.
I've gotten to a point where
movies, I can wait on that. I can wait on screen to hit through.
It's only because like the AMC A-list stuff.
Yeah.
I accidentally pay for the whole year.
Oh yeah, so you gotta spend that up.
Well, I don't have the monthly payments anymore, so I was like, I might as well use it.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to see it today. And I think today is when I realized why I don't go to movies with people. Because they change their mind and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? This is why I go to movies by myself.
It's not comfortable at movies, man. I don't.
Well, I mean, the one I go to has a recliner seats.
Yeah, most of them do now. So
still, I mean, theater, if you got a nice TV with a 4K and a sound bar,
yeah,
you're pretty much at the theaters.
I mean,
yeah,
but I already.
Can you actually imagine me at a movie? You guys see how much I smoke?
Oh, I would love to see that. God damn it! Like, I'd like to see it like a Disney, like a Marvel movie or something. Kill him! God damn it!
No, but
I mean, I can sit through a movie. I have no problem sitting through a movie. I got a good bladder, but.
Hey, speaking of, Knock at the Cabin is on Peacock. It just went on Peacock today. Knock at the Cabin.
Is it for sale or for rent, or is it?
It's on Peacock.
Yeah, but is it?
No,
I understand that.
It's free. Yeah, you can get it.
Okay, because they also have things rent or buy.
They do. Yeah, you can rent it too. But if you have Peacock, the premium, it's on for free. You can see it. So
okay.
So
what movie?
I'm still waiting for Cocaine Bear to get off their $24 thing.
Yeah, it's going to be on Peacock in April, sometime in April. So I could wait a few weeks. No big deal.
Yeah,
but
I'm definitely see it tomorrow.
Evil Dead is making a new one.
Today was a reason why. Like I always needed a sign to reasons why I go to the movie by myself, and today was that reason because I hate relying on people. Plus, I'm antisocial out in public. I don't like making plans with people because it never really falls through. Because I
That's
don't know if
not
it's just like
shocking news, dude.
no, because I
Really?
used to like
Antisocial? Wow,
no, because
I didn't
I
know
used
that.
to like make plans with a lot of people, but like nowadays, like people never fall through their plans. I hate relying on people, so that's why like that's why I
That's fair.
usually do things 99% by myself because it's like I don't like relying on people. That's the main reason why I go movies by myself. Like I gave this one person a chance, but also like there was indecisive. Like they try to say it was my fault,
9
but I
out of
already
10
messaged
times, if they're indecisive when you say something like that, just count them out. Okay.
because I messaged the person at like 12. I was like, "Oh, are you still going?" And like no reply. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I'll wait. And then at like 8, they're like, "Oh yeah, what time?" I'm like, "Bro, it's 8. I don't like going out past like 9." Like
Yeah.
the thing I hate. I'm not sure if this is like a military thing, but I can't be out past like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock like I used to.
What's up, Sean?
Like I usually
Sean,
get
what's going
tired
on?
by like I usually get
So you
tired by
missed
like
that whole
9 or
rant
10.
about Washington I just had.
Yeah.
But
Oh man.
I think tomorrow I'm gonna go see that movie and John Wick and just knock out 2 in one day.
Oh, John Wick 4 comes out tomorrow?
It came out today.
Did it? Okay. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
this is Friday. Shit.
that's why I asked you guys yesterday. I was like, I never seen the trailers for it because I don't have cable, so I really don't see the trailers that pop up like that. Nor do like I
They're on
have
YouTube.
social, neither do I have Facebook to see the
You can see it on
trailers.
YouTube. You can see it on YouTube.
I'm about
All
saying
the
like
movies.
usually like if I had like Facebook, I would see like the post, but I got rid of it, so I don't see like now I see why Facebook is the way it is because you see mostly everything, but I don't see stuff on TikTok about it. I don't see anything about Twitter on it. I don't see any of that stuff.
Trust me,
I'm gonna
guys.
see
We're
it
gonna
tomorrow.
get to the Aaron Rodgers conversation in a minute. I know it took a
Well, make sure you
long
follow
turn,
my
but
YouTube entertainment site so that you can keep up with these movie
tell us
reviews.
again, Johnny. What is that? What is that? Your site? Tell the fans out there where they can follow you at on that site.
NFL Edition and Entertainment on YouTube or Facebook or streaming on Twitter. What else did I got there? That's pretty much covered it.
Okay.
Facebook,
Well,
Twitter, and YouTube.
Speaking of John Wick, Alec, he's gonna have his alter ego. He's gonna have a new movie out. There it is, called
Sailor
John
Swift
Dick.
on Pornhub.
It's
Oh, I
called
can't
John
believe
Dick.
you did.
That's the that's the knockoff. I'm just kidding.
I can't believe you did that to him, man.
I know. I'm trying to lighten the mood here. Okay, let's get back to Aaron Rodgers, man. Can this guy just fucking get over himself? I mean, geez.
I said it before. I don't think the Packers are going to make it easy on the Jets. I know other people push back on me, but other people like Mark Rios and Daniel Jeremiah, they all kind of feel the same way. They think that the Packers are going to use this bidding thing here to hold up the Jets in what they're doing. It's a strategy, man. It's a good strategy. Actually, it's happened for years and years and years. Why would it not be the same way with Aaron Rodgers?
No, it has, and you're right. But I'm just like, I don't think they want him on this team any longer.
They don't. They're going to wait till the last minute. They're going to hold it up until. Well, look. The Jets are trying to say that there's other quarterbacks out there now, right? That they just might switch off. They're not going to switch off. You know they want Aaron Rodgers. What are they going to do?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is just a cat and mouse game. But I mean, at this point, are the Jets willing to give up 2 first-round picks for Aaron Rodgers? That's what it's going to take.
You said you were all in. You got to be all in now. You've already started the arrangements and stuff. You went and got his guys.
Even Rodgers said on McAfee, like, we're going to go to the Jets, Come on, make it happen, man. Make it happen, Does it end up happening, Alex, still? Does he end up still going to the Jets, or do you think he goes somewhere else or stays in Green Bay?
I think the Packers could honestly force him into retirement like they did with Brett.
What do you think, Alec?
It's not unheard of.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't deny it. Crazier things have happened in the NFL, but
with the Packers.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The
like,
whole
you want
Jordy
more
Nelson
Brett Favre
thing,
moments?
all that shit. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
That's true.
realistically, I could see him going to the Jets. But now that Giant threw that wrench out there, that could probably happen. You know, they're like, oh, we've seen this story before. You want to go to the Jets and pull a Brett Favre? I was like, listen here, fucker.
I like how you say fucker. Nice.
Yeah, and that's another thing, man. Give me a break. Why are you trying to follow Brett Favre's career?
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
he's like a little dog,
it's
like a
probably
lost dog. Following come on. I mean, like, I don't know. He's just too many drugs, too many, hideouts, too many hideouts, and
Stay away from Burning Man, dude. Come on, just
I mean, my God,
stay out of the desert, dude.
It's like he just wants
like
to.
I said,
he's fried some brain cells.
Wither away,
real estate agents are gonna have a fucking panic attack with that man. They're gonna come back to the house and see like a hole in the ground. They're like, "What's this for?" He's like, "Oh, it's my meditation spot." You can't do that.
Shut up, man.
They're like,
take your shoes off before you come in.
But if you think real estate agents are having a heart attack right now, they're probably just as invested in, or more so invested than the fans. They're wanting, come on, man. What are you going to do? Are you going to buy this house or not?
Right. Come on, we're waiting.
They're gonna be like,
geez.
He'd be like, don't worry, I have dinner ready for you guys. Don't worry. Like, oh, what is
New
it?
York real estate?
Well,
Oh my God.
Oh, dude.
We're talking millions of dollars just in commission for the real estate agents, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
State imagine like when he leaves.
Yeah. What's that?
And then when he leaves, and they're gonna see the house and be like, we can't fix this shit.
We're talking about New York City, man. We're not talking about a house. We're talking about a condo.
Yeah.
We're talking about a condo just off Fifth or something.
Think about it. You have this old condo like built out. It's like, like candles. I could just see like incense burning and stuff like that.
Let's see. Aaron Rodgers would have to have one of those places right off of the Central Park, right? Buildings and shit, Yeah, let me put a cave under that thing. The only cave you'd have underneath it would be the subway. He'd be getting down there and fall into the subway terminal station.
You could be like, remember Home Alone 2, that bird lady? You could be like that guy in Central Park. Oh man, just imagine like him in New York. That would be. I don't know. That would be like a culture shock to him. It really would be. I mean, New York's a different environment than Green Bay or any part of the country.
A different environment than the rest of the United States, dude, completely.
Yeah. Yeah. So
the closest you can get is probably Chicago. I mean, that's not even a good comparison.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, I don't know. It's like we want it more than Aaron Rodgers or the Jets do right now, right? We want this to happen more than anybody else. I mean,
I'm thinking about this shit, man, and that shit will be so fucking funny because Aaron Rodgers is all RELAX, and New York is like, yo, I'm trying to walk here, motherfucker.
Yeah. No women, get in,
fuck out of the way. They're always ready to go somewhere. That will be a serious culture shock to that guy, man.
Oh man. No, they'll probably protect him. They'll probably hide him out somewhere,
somewhere. The press ain't gonna protect him. New York press will eat him alive, man.
Oh yeah, the press will. But
imagine him like
even when he's doing good, they're gonna come at him, and he's not used to that shit. He's used to controlling the press. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh yeah,
controlling the New York City press, dude.
Imagine if he goes downtown in New York City, so he bumps into him like, "Do you know who I am?" You're like, "Back off, dude."
We have a movie shooting here. We got a movie shooting over on Fifth. We got a movie over here. Boulevard of the Americans is shooting a movie. What are you talking about? Who the fuck are you? Who cares?
Right. Yeah.
We don't give a fuck.
But I mean, he'll probably be in New Jersey somewhere because remember the MetLife Stadium is actually in East Rutherford, New Jersey. So He'll probably live somewhere in there, some
No,
secluded kingdom or
he's,
something in there.
he's gonna get a,
And then
he's
he's
gonna
going
get
to
a
have to
house.
commute.
Yeah, I know.
He's gonna get
I
a
can
house that's
see
like in the
Aaron
middle of
Rodgers on a
nowhere.
fucking subway.
It's like
Yeah.
you're gonna like see his house and like oh, my house is over there. It's like a wide open land house like deep down in the fucking far
I
end.
just pictured that, man. Aaron Rodgers sitting on a fucking subway bench and fucking some dude over in the corner pissing on the subway.
Oh no, he just look. What's up, man? Just don't get it on me.
The guy turns around to him and says, "Relax, relax, relax, Rodgers."
And he'll be on Pat McAfee. Man, I was on the subway the other day, Pat. Like, it's crazy in New York. You know, like saw a guy piss in the bus station. Man, what do you think of that? What do you think, AJ Hawk? What do you
He gets
think of
on that subway too late at night. He'll see people shitting on it.
Oh yeah, dude. It's just
God. Oh, or a taxi. Yeah. Oh, okay. I can't take a subway. I'm gonna have to take a cab. Good luck there.
oh, that would be fun, right? Where you going? Let's go to some yoga retreat or something.
The fuck you
Where?
talking about? Ain't you gonna be to the game?
I'll take you on 101st Street. How about that?
Every cab driver in New York will be like critical of him and shit too. Dude, what the fuck was that fucking interception about, man?
Yeah, I know. Dude, we brought you here. I wanted Zach Wilson.
You worried about the press? You better worry about the cab drivers.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is so much fun. I love talking about Aaron Rodgers. I know you hate him, but come on, man. We gotta-
Yeah, I'd love for him to run into Nicholas on the subway.
Oh, man, imagine that, right?
Hey, Rodgers, you
Yeah.
suck.
It hurt my
Yeah.
feelings.
Why don't you like me? I own the Bears. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
too bad it hurt feelings. Too bad he didn't watch our show for the last year.
Yeah, especially your rants, like him and that
Not-
foot.
His pinky toe got me, man. That shit. Oh, man. Shut the fuck up, dude, and play the damn game.
I'm gonna have to go
Man,
back to one of those.
Alec, you're
episodes
looking
and
nice
watch.
and crisp and clear tonight, man. Shape,
Yes,
Oh, this is my
I
MacBook
used a
camera.
baby.
Shaped up.
I used a baby wipe to wipe the lens off. So
Oh, I thought
Much
I
better.
that. Oh,
yeah, and so does Alex, and he even pauses
facing
too.
forward and everything, man.
Yeah, it
I'm
looks
so lost.
almost respectable. Yeah.
I can't use
I like
this
this.
camera no more apparently. So
Why?
I have
Okay.
to use my MacBook computer camera badly.
Oh, so
Your
you're on a
MacBook.
different camera?
No, because I have this,
Yeah.
but I can't use it no more because once that goes into StreamYard, the whole setup for Streamlabs to work for Twitch, it like wipes it off completely. I had to start all over again by setting the whole setup again. So I don't like to mess with that at all.
That sounds like a
so-
lot of fucking work, man.
No, it's because once
Well,
this
it took you like a week to get this shit straightened out, didn't it?
no, because I was waiting for everything to come in. Because once it turned into buying one thing, and then one thing turned to buying another thing I gotta buy for the setup. Then you had to buy the monitor. Then you had to buy another cable for the laptop. Then you had to buy another cable for the PS5. Then you gotta get a hard drive for the PS5 for all the setup. Yeah, it's not
You
for
know
the
what that's
faint of
called?
heart.
It's called a money pit.
Oh, I know. But I mean,
Yeah.
playing PlayStation on PS5 on a monitor is actually better than playing on the TV. I don't know why. It's like more effective.
You know, I would love for you to go over that again, but I don't want you to. So
Let's avoid that one.
let's move on to any other news you like to talk about. Johnny, I know you're an NFL network junkie, so anything interesting pop up on your screen the last few days? Like,
The most interesting thing was Will Levis. Okay, I love him being on the Bucks as a competitive person because we're going to lose Kyle Trask. That's it. We're done with his contract pretty much. He's not going to, if he don't play this year, then we're done with his contract. So it was a wasted draft pick, right?
Yeah.
Levis could come in on his rookie contract and maybe actually get on the field with Baker Mayfield eventually. You know what I mean? So that would be nice. But anybody thinking that Will Levis is going to come in and start and be a game buster, man, just look at his stats. Watch his tape. He's not there yet, dude. He's not even close there.
No, and really, not really. None of these quarterbacks are there yet. You know,
right?
So it'll be
Bryce Young and the Ohio
Stroud.
State
Stroud, yeah,
Stroud, yeah, they're close because they played in more professional style.
Right, they're closer than Will Levis right now.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. So,
but yeah, you're not going to see Will Levis lighten up the field anywhere this year if drafted. And if he's drafted to Carolina, and Carolina's dependent on that for their starting quarterback, good luck, man.
I don't think Wright would do that. I really don't. I mean, Wright's too good of a coach good quarterback coach. He knows, he's been around other quarterbacks. He knows who's where as far as development right now, where they're at, talent wise. And
I can see Will Levis eventually becoming I want to say Josh Allen, but not really. Somewhere between a Josh Allen and
maybe like a Jimmy Garoppolo, perhaps.
Maybe. No, because he plays hero ball. The best comparison for him right now is John Elway.
Oh, okay.
Because of his arm strength, and he had the same learning curve that John Elway had to have with putting touch on the ball. That's his biggest problem right now, is that touch. Because he instinctively just throws the ball hard. It's like a missile coming out. He's hurting wide receivers. They've complained about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Right. Well, just like that, have strong hands. Yeah,
it's the same thing as John Elway, man. When John Elway was cracking the chest plates, man, where the uniform coming together.
Oh yeah,
the shoulders pads. He was cracking pads, dude, when he was throwing. So he was throwing so hard.
Right. Yeah.
So and you can't rely on just a hard throw. You got to put touch on that ball, man.
That's true. And speaking of Kyle Trask, I mean, we've gone over it, and what do you think, Johnny? Is this guy, in your mind, is he going to be the guy week one, or is it going to be Baker?
I would like to see a good competition, seriously. I think Kyle Trask has got the upper edge in following Brady and being in the system for so long.
Yeah, but it is a different system now with Dave Canellas.
It's not that much different because you don't go in and you don't turn it upside down a system overnight. You have to.
No, not totally, but I mean, it's going to be a run heavier kind of off Canellas, and
he's still got the same receivers out there. He's got Mike Evans. He's got Godwin. They have a chemistry. So, and he's got chemistry with the second string and third string guys. So.
Yeah, but I also think that's going to help Baker Mayfield because he's going to have very good receivers on his team, good tight ends.
Receivers who just got finished working with Brady for 3 years. Think about that.
Yeah.
Can you see Mike Evans getting in Baker's face? What are you fucking doing, man? You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, I don't think Evans was really happy with Brady down the stretch last year. He was
he was about to go off on Brady a couple of times there. You could see it in his face, man.
But I just think he has too much respect for Brady to do that. So
I don't think he has that respect for Baker Mayfield, though.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
But
I mean,
Mike Evans is probably the same kind of guy who will take him off to the side and say, "Look, man, let's do this. Let's work on this and this and this." Right. And if Baker's smart, he'll listen.
Well, he's got to listen because this is really his. I think this is his best shot from this point on because I don't think he's going to get another great shot.
Mike Evans made Johnny Manziel get his money.
Yeah, no, that's very true. I mean, and look where Manziel is now. So, I think this is Baker's last shot. I really do at being a starting quarterback in this league.
And Baker's going to be behind a good center that's going to get in his ass if he fucks up too.
There you go. I mean, so the table's been set for Baker Mayfield. All he has to do is play good in training camp, he'll win the job. I think it's just tougher for Kyle Trask to unless Baker has
Baker
a really,
comes
really
in
bad,
and thinks that he's going to be the king of the crop. If he thinks he's going to come in and everybody else is scrubs, so he's the number one quarterback and blah blah blah, and everybody's just going to just fall in line with him. He's going to have to earn their respect, dude. He can't. He's not. Nobody's thinking about his name. Not especially not after playing with Brady. They're not sitting there worrying about his name because he has no name. He hasn't done anything yet.
That's true.
To earn these guys' respect. So,
there
might be some locker room bias too. You understand? Because they've had Trask there and they're buddies with Trask and they're friends with Trask and all this shit too. So there might be some bias coming off that.
Well, and you got to think about it too, Johnny. He's replacing Tom Brady. You're stepping into somebody's role.
I would not use that word, replacing. Although that is basically what it is. It's still you can't replace Tom Brady.
I know. No, I mean, of course not. But I'm talking about, from a technical term, he's replacing, but you're not replacing.
That was my whole point about what I just said was that if he comes in thinking that he's a replacement for Tom Brady, they're not going to have any respect for him. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, right now he's been sounding very humble in his interviews so far,
My whole problem is I want to see Trask in a game. I don't care if he's good or bad. I want to see what happened. 3 years, dude. You've got to have learned something in 3 years. And he wasn't a bad quarterback at Gate with Florida. In my opinion, he was better than Anthony Richardson. Richardson's just a far better athlete.
Yeah, and that's another thing with Richardson.
Lamar Jackson 2.0.
Yeah.
Without the throwing skills, Richardson really isn't that good of a thrower, man. 49%. No, that's not great.
Yeah.
And
Before
ESPN and NFL networks boosting him up so fucking high, it's pathetic. Just off his physical abilities.
Right. Yeah. Because they like that athletic running type quarterback now. They're so in awe, Alec, before we wrap this up, would you prefer to have Baker start or Kyle Trask at the helm for the Bucs in 2023? I mean,
see, I was torn between this, honestly, but
I kind of am too.
I feel like it's one of the situations where whoever wins the QB competition in training camp. But I mean, if you like you use a second round pick just to not even start him after Tom Brady leaves.
That's what gets
that's
me
just a slap in the fucking face, in my opinion. That's a slap in the fucking face. Because it's like it's one of those things where you're like, okay, you draft him in the second round, Tom Brady's still there, and the thoughts would be, oh, okay, that once Tom Brady's gone, he would take over, and then the Bucs just sign a quarterback in the free agency. If I was Kyle Trask, I'm just like, that's just a big fucking slap in the face. It's like, we don't trust you. Not like it makes, because some people were saying, oh yeah, maybe he's using Baker Mayfield as a backup. No, they're doing that shit for a reason. They're trying to get Baker a second start. And it's just a big
name a quarterback drafted in the second round that never hit the field for a team that drafted him. I've never heard
slap
in the face and a big, basically.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and it's like you said, Alec. And I've been saying it. I don't think the Bucs quite believe in Kyle Trask, or they wouldn't have gone out and got a Baker Mayfield if they wanted a real competition.
You could say that, but then again, it could be the same thing as it was with John Gruden, who doesn't like rookie quarterbacks at all.
Right, but I think in this instance, though,
even John Gruden would put them on the field, even if they sucked.
Right, but I feel like this situation, it's Todd Bowles, trying to save his job. Right now, they need to go with a veteran. They don't. I
don't think Todd Bowles' job is savable now.
No, I don't. Yeah, neither do I.
It's not.
It's not. Yeah, I agree. I think this is a
The
move
fan
to
base
try
has
to.
turned on him. I don't think the front office. That's who I. You want to talk about somebody not having faith in? I don't think the front office has faith in Todd Bowles at all.
No,
Me
because
personally, I
it's
think Todd Bowles is more better as a defensive coordinator
absolutely, and
than
also
head coach.
I just think that
Great defensive coordinator. Don't
absolutely,
undermine. Don't. That's
absolutely,
why I'd hate to lose him because I don't want to lose that defense. But
yeah,
if he goes, he's not going to go back to being our defensive coordinator. He's going to go somewhere else.
yeah, that's true, and plus this was his second opportunity as a head coach. So normally, if you get fired after two jobs, it's hard to get very difficult to get a third job as an NFL head coach. And
No, you have to
although
do the Ryans.
Lovie Smith got a third chance,
Yeah, but look how long it took him, and that
yeah,
was
no,
just a scapegoat job too. So
that too, yeah.
I mean,
So
the only thing I'm looking forward to next season is how this offensive coordinator has his game plan set for Rachaad White. Like I'm excited for Rachaad White next season to see how
I'm
he
not so excited. I'm
steps
more
up in year
excited
two.
about our free agent pickup there than I am Rachaad White. Rachaad White has got end-to-end speed. He's got good speed to get around the ends. So actually, you can run screens with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which we couldn't do before. That was a nice addition. But
And
I
he has
have not
great-
seen anything to tell me that Rachaad White can hit the gaps, the A gap and the B gaps, fast enough with that step to get up the field like that. I have not seen it. I've seen him going out the edges, but not in the middle. He gives up middle. He gets 2.4 yards per carry,
right.
and that doesn't
Yeah,
impress me. I'm sorry, it don't.
and you know what? That's why you could hear the Zeke talks in Tampa, because maybe they have an interest in him of maybe
Yeah, but Zeke's
finding a
lost that step too. Now that was where he
Oh, I
used to
know.
be really good at.
He used to have it, but I'm just saying he's still a valuable name, and the Bucks like those names. They
on
like
the
those
end zone. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's
So,
if you got at the 1 yard line and you want to get in, run Zeke. He'll be your Marshawn Lynch, but he's not going
right.
to be your Marshawn Lynch from the 30. You know what I mean?
No, true, very true. Well,
Um,
guys, this has been a very good episode.
I got one more question, man.
Oh, one more question before we
One more question.
step out. Go
If
ahead,
Will
John.
Levis is drafted by the Buccaneers this season, what do you expect to see then?
I still think Baker starts, but
well, I'm pretty sure Baker's going to start no matter what. Yeah. He's going to get his chance to start, and I think Baker will fuck up sooner or later. So who will come in? Levis has a lot of work to go, man, before he gets he can't. He's not even up to speed with the verbiage.
Here's the thing: Levis would be drafted in the first round.
Yep, there you go.
So you almost, by rule, you almost have to start him.
Kind of like a second round draft pick, you have to start after 3 years.
Out the door, So I don't know. We're not going to draft him.
You have to put Trask on the field at some point this fucking year. Nope, there's no question about it. They have to,
if the Bucks,
if nothing else, to showcase what he's got.
I hear you, but what if the Bucks start off like let's say 6-2? 6-2.
What if? That's kind of what I expect.
Yeah. And Baker's playing well. Trask is not going to see the field. Now, if Baker struggles, then you have.
Oh, you said 6-2. I thought you said 2-6. That's no. 2-6 is what I kind of expect.
Okay, then I could see Trask start if it's 2-6. But if it's like 6-2 and Baker's not really having a bad year throwing wise, they're not going to put Trask in there. They're just going to keep Baker in there. So.
I guarantee the GM's going to say Trask has to play at some point this season. 100%. No questions, because they have to decide what to do with his future. They have to decide what to do with if they showcase him, they'll at least get some trade bait out of him. If they don't, that's a 100% wasted pick, and it's never happened in football before.
So so we're not going to talk about what I called yesterday. We're going to talk about something? It. Yeah, I called Miami and Miami and damn it.
So did I. I called Miami.
Miami and San Diego State winning first year.
I called an old friend of mine, Miami.
First year in like what, so many years where the one seeds lose. I called both of them. I was like, yep. I'm glad Houston and Alabama's out. So glad they're out.
Well, I'm happy that you're glad they're out.
I'm glad anytime Alabama sports
it leaves like a wide. It honestly leaves a wide road for a UConn and maybe a Kansas State. Honestly,
there's only one UConn that I care about, and that's the UConn women's team.
Yeah, they're still in it, so yeah, we'll see what they can do. I think they play tomorrow. I want to see San Diego State do it. We're on the West Coast, so
of course.
I love San Diego. It's a great city. So I gotta.
Their defense is amazing.
How the hell did you become a Buccaneer fan, dude, and a Seminole fan? I don't get it. You've lived in Vegas all your life, right?
Let me tell you what. Florida State, 1993, Charlie Ward. When I saw him play, I was like, dude, this guy's a great quarterback in college. And he also played basketball. He was an NBA player as well. The Buccaneers, like I told you many times, that this was 97 when I first became a fan. I didn't have an NFL team. I was like, and I watched NFL, but I didn't watch as much of it. And I'm like, we have
tuned into the Bucs during the change. Okay, I get you.
Yeah. They went from the Bucko Bruce to the flag and everything. We got a comment there. Mr. Snell.
We already did the Lamar Jackson rant, Nathan.
Yeah.
You missed it. I was on it tonight, bud.
Nate, how you doing tonight, Nathan Snell? He had a show earlier today. Pretty good show. He had a guest on there. They were talking about women's hoops, everything. Man, Nathan's kicking ass there, by the way.
He is. He's awesome, man.
Yes, he is. So check his show out. We're going to post that on the Ben Zone and other platforms as well. So, Nate, keep doing your thing, man. You're doing a great job. No, back to what I was saying about the Bucs when I became a fan in '97. I had Cowboy fans. I've had Bears fans, Raider fans, Chargers fans, 49er fans, Broncos fans, Packers fans. Because Las Vegas is a multicultural kind of city.
Yes, it's Florida. Florida before the Bucs was, you just had to pick a team somewhere. And so I was all over the place. First game I went to was Houston Oilers with Earl Campbell. That really hooked me in. I loved Earl Campbell. I watched all the Super Bowls, the first ones, and Green Bay sucks. I was a Green Bay fan at that time, of course, because I was just riding that wave. Loved the Purple People Eaters. I've been all over the league with my fandom before the Bucs became a team, and then I was like, "Wow, we finally got one at home." Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's cool, man. And it was just like, who's a Bucs fan out here? Nobody. So I'm going to be a Bucs fan. I kind of was going to go against the grain.
Against the grain, yeah.
And, I was like, then I saw Work Done, running back. I was like, dude, I love this dude. This dude, little guy, can run, can hit the tackles and everything. Good inside out. Very underrated as a running back. And a hell of a guy, man. And then seeing Derek Brooks and Warren Sapp, John Lynch, Rondé Barber, I was like, come on, man. This is my team. I'm going to root for him, Why not? So
Leroy locked me in. I could care less whether they were losing or winning, man. As long as Leroy was there, that was my guy. He was such a nice guy too, man. One of the nicest people in the world. And to see him go out there and become a monster, and he was a monster, trust me. We see Vay. That's the only good comparison I got for Leroy Selman, man. You see how Vay takes on these triple teams and shit?
Yeah.
Leroy was taking on the triple teams and then running after Walter Payton and running him down. Yeah. So
and Leroy's a pioneer. Leroy's a pioneer for the Buccaneers. He's really set that, blazed that trail for future Buccaneers and everything. I mean,
and the defense
he definitely deserves to be on that Mount Rushmore, if you will, for the Bucs. If you had a Mount Rushmore, I'm sure 99%
first one on it. Yeah.
I got him. I got Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, and I would put Rondé Barber for. Well, yeah, I would put Brady there, but again, I'm putting real Bucs there.
Drafted, yeah.
drafted. Yeah, I mean, you kind of got to do that, but
if not, you can make an argument for Hardy Nickerson and all kinds of John Lynch and everybody else too. Well, John Lynch was drafted, but
yeah, true. So, well, guys, we're gonna take off here. This was a fun episode, man. We got a lot of NFL stuff out of the way. This is, we talk about a lot of other stuff on Have At It, but I'll be kind of coming up with some ideas. I'm gonna kind of expand my creativity with this show. If anybody's out there in the comments section, you want to talk about anything different, entertainment wise, movies, other sports.
Yeah, check out my entertainment review page on Facebook also.
Absolutely. Check out Johnny's stuff as well. And I'll definitely promote that. And we'll talk about some of that on this show. So, I'm going to try and expand my creativity here. And also probably get a little bit earlier start. We've been doing it at 11 p.m. Eastern, which is kind of pretty late. Friday, that's always a tough spot, but I feel if we could do it like 30 minutes earlier, maybe we'll get some more views and stuff. Like people will still be up kind of deal, especially out on the East Coast. So I'll probably change that time now from 11 p.m. Eastern to 10:30 p.m. Eastern start time for this show. So with that being said,
it worked perfect for me because you came on just after Gold Rush was over. So I was like, all right.
There you go. Got the timing down pat. So since Johnny doesn't like to promote himself, I'm going to let Alec do that. Who can we find you, sir? Besides your bedroom, 90% of the time.
Now he hides.
It's the same thing every Friday. You find me Thursdays, Fridays on here. I mean, that's about it.
I wish I had as much enthusiasm as you do. I really do. I'm trying to work on that, but
I think Thursdays is a different show though. It's not what's this show called again? What's your show called, Ben?
Have At It.
Have At It. Thursdays isn't called Have At It. It's called NFL Edition. So it's two different shows, Alec. And what time is the NFL Edition on?
It varies, Mr. Jardine. Usually
it's
at
supposed to be 9 or 9:30 start time. It doesn't vary very much from that. And what day?
Or 10 on occasions, depending on.
Well, that's my crew. I go in at 10, dude. I do the run in at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Anyway, so Alec, thank you for coming on tonight. Johnny, thank you very much for coming on as well. Thank everybody in the comments section and who viewed this show tonight. Please do me a big favor and
like, share, comment, share.
Please like and share. Follow it. And there's my social media handles are right there. Facebook at the Ben Zone Facebook group. YouTube at Ben Cornett 9015.
Got them cut off, Ben.
Well,
with the scroll.
Yes. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. There you go.
There you go.
Like and share. Let me take that down as well so that you can see those social media handles. And Johnny's the late one because he's 3 hours ahead of me and he's still more into it than I am right now. So, yes. Okay, now we got Alec blocking my social media handles. Anyway, listen, let me say it. Facebook, Ben Zone Facebook group, YouTube, Ben Cornett 9015, Twitter at BennyBoy702, and if you're an Instagrammer that likes to take pictures and be on that platform, it's Ben702 forever. So follow those social media platforms. I appreciate that. And guys, thanks for coming on. And this has been another great episode of Have At It, episode 15. We will be back next Friday night for episode 16. So guys, have a great weekend. Take care, and we will see you next time.